Alright everyone, so one of the stocks that I have in my portfolio is up over 50% just in the past week. And I didn't even realize this until I saw a comment pointing it out from my video yesterday. So shout out to them for letting me know about this. And of course, as you can see on the screen, the stock is CTRA Energy, CTRA, and they are one of the largest coal producers in the United States. So what we're going to do in this video is go over why the stock price has jumped over 50% just in the last trading week, and what this means for the stock and for the coal industry going forward. So if we take a look at some of the news for this stock, there's not really any big news catalyst that would have resulted in the company going up by 50%. Most of the news is just from the past Q2 earnings results, which was last month. So there's really no clear specific catalyst for this company that resulted in the price jump. Instead, it's something that's affecting the coal industry as a whole, where if you look at not just this stock, but all the other coal stocks, they're all up big over the past week. And the reason for this, of course, is that coal prices have been moving higher. Here's a chart of the coal futures. And so when I made my first video about this stock, basically what I said is this company is doomed unless the price of coal starts going up by a large amount. And that video was a few weeks ago, and back when I made that video, coal was trading around 51, 52 dollars per ton, and right now we've seen that spike ever since September 7th that has run up from $51 a ton all the way to $58 a ton where we're sitting at now. And this is very good news for this company because in order for them to survive, they need coal prices to go up to make their operations viable again. So now we're going to zoom out a little more onto the longer term charts. And so when you look at the longer term chart of coal, this looks like a pretty nice bottoming pattern where ever since May we've formed a nice base right around $52 per ton, and we recently broke out of this resistance at right around $57 per ton. And so in my opinion right now, this is a pretty good chance of a trend change in coal futures. And if I had to guess, I say that they're pretty much clear to run up to around the $65 per ton range right now. There's no more real resistance until that point. And so I think the momentum could potentially continue until we get up to that point. And so like I said back on my first video of the stock, I think coal was potentially forming a double bottom right around this level because back during the bear market of around 2012 to 2016, this is exactly where we bottomed, right at around $50 per ton. And back in 2016, you saw what happened after that point. Coal had a very strong rally from $50 all the way to over $100 per ton, and that wasn't in very long of a time frame, where this bottom happened right at the beginning of 2016, and then by the end of 2016 we were at over $100 a ton. So coal, like most commodities, are extremely volatile and can do moves like this that can double in just a year. And so if you take a look at where we are, so again, right now we just cleared this short-term resistance of around 57, and I think right now we're clear to run up to around $65, $66 per ton, and that is probably where the next resistance level is going to be. Obviously, this is all just speculation. I have no clue what the price of coal is going to do, but as of right now, it looks like progress is going in the right direction. And the big reason for this big spike in coal futures over the past week is because we're seeing a lot more demand start to come out of China. So we saw hard coal prices rose on September 11th after Chinese market participants returned to the market, and there was more demand for the spot trading activity. And so for anyone that doesn't know, CTRA Energy mainly produces met coal, which is used for more things like steel production instead of thermal coal, which is used for things like energy and heating houses, which I think met coal is a lot more sustainable and will have a lot more demand than thermal coal going forward. And so that's exactly what we're seeing. I think in my first video talking about this, I showed some reports about how the demand was slowly starting to increase in China, and now we're starting to see real evidence of that happening. So right now it's pretty clear that the world is moving away from coal consumption, but if you look at China, they are still by far the biggest coal consuming country in the world. So you see China's coal consumption is like 7 times the United States. And so even though most developed countries are moving away from coal, you still have countries like China which have a strong demand for this coal. There's also a source from a trader in Singapore talking about the premiums for these coal prices and how the premiums are increasing on expectations that the coal price will continue to run up. So that's the update for CTRA Energy, why we've had this run up over the past week. And if you look at the long-term time frame for this company, I think my long-term thesis is still intact, where if we see coal prices resume going back up to where they were just a couple of years ago, I still think CTRA is around a $60 to $70 stock. And that is the price they were trading at when coal was at its prices back in 2018, 2019. So this is still a huge speculation. So that's why it's only like 2 or 3% of my portfolio. But I still think if coal prices do continue to go up, there is a lot of potential for this company. Again, as of right now, highly risky. The company is in survival mode with most of their mines being closed down because they'd be losing too much money if they have the mines open when they can't sell coal for a high enough price. So for the question if I am buying more of the stock, the answer is definitely not right now. I think we've run up, and I think that we're probably going to see a pullback at some point. I don't know if we can continue to just keep going up like this, even if the price of coal does go up, right? There's going to be a consolidation or a pullback at some point. And even in the longer term, I don't really feel like adding more of this company at this point. I'm pretty comfortable with the amount I hold in my portfolio right now, and I'm just gonna let it run and see what happens. Maybe in the point in the future, if we do see gold prices run up a ton and the company is lagging behind, then I may buy some more into this company. But until that happens, I am happy just waiting this one out. So that's it for this update. If you found something useful from this video, hit the like button. It helps out my channel a ton. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it right now. So that's it for now, and I'll see you on the next video.